Alright, so, first of all, you gotta watch the whole video and you gotta subscribe right away because it's good luck and because it would be helpful to me. So that's, first thing. So like the video, watch the whole thing, and subscribe, and watch my older videos, and share the videos. Um, Thing number two, I have a blizzard right now from, Dairy Queen, and it's very good, and I'm not sponsored, but you should probably get one too. Okay, so getting right into it, Oregon is the best state, and it's clear why. It's like the best shaped state for starters. It's also a state. It's the state that I live in. Not to reveal too much about myself, but it is true. This is where I live. It's the state of Oregon. Just got a bite of my blizzard here. All right. Ah. Oh. Ah. Okay. The video gotta focus on the video. Yeah, change my gun. Okay, so I'll say this. Oregon is, it's the best. The reason why it's the best state is because it has the most trees, and it has the most friends. Okay, everyone in Oregon is a friend. A friend to who? A friend to each other. Okay. Um, Not only this, but there's a sense of well-being in Oregon that extends. It extends itself to the soul of your being, and it makes you wonder why you've not been here sooner. So a lot of people they move to Oregon and then they go, why haven't I been here my entire life? And the reason why they haven't been here their entire life is because maybe they live somewhere else, like California, or Peru, or the zoo. And ugh, gotta kill that guy. 1 second. Where the hell did he go? Oh my god, he killed me. Okay, but I'll say this. Oh, about the zoo. The Portland Zoo is right in Oregon. Okay, and so if you like elephants, that's really the place to go. Because guess what? Guess what they have at the zoo? At the Portland Zoo, they have elephants. And not your typical boring baby elephant. They have adult and baby elephants. They don't just have the small ones. A lot of zoos, what they'll do is they'll have baby elephants, and if you want to see a real adult elephant, you have to pay extra, and you have to go in the back somewhere. They say, "Do you want to see a real elephant?" And you give them $100,000. You walk in the back, and there's not even an elephant with you. Instead, there's just a guy with acid, and he just says, "You want to see the truth?" And then you say, "Well, I guess." And then what happens from there is really subjective, and I guess I'm getting killed via slap. Okay, let's see. Um, but it's back to why Oregon is the best. Listen, an Oregon tree is a good tree. Okay, trees from Oregon, they grow taller, they grow wider, they grow greener. Um, it's hard to find a tree in Oregon that's not well loved. People really like to listen. When you see a tree in Oregon, you might think, "Oh, that's a lot of sap on that tree." Listen, I'll tell you this: it's not sap, and that's straight. That's as real as it gets. That's a fact. Listen. You can only... what's going on? Oh, listen. You can only avoid Oregon for so long before it kind of consumes you. It becomes a part of what's going on. It's what's happening. It's what's happening. It's not the kind of thing you can get out of your head. Once you get it in your head, just the name. You get it in your head, the name Oregon. You're like, oh shit. You go the Oregon Trail. You go, oh, so these are people that are, this is a superior kind of person. These are the kind of people that went on the Oregon Trail. Even for people like me who came kind of through the next wave of the Oregon Trail, which is like the third wave. I guess the first wave was the trail, and the second wave was the railroads. And then the third wave is people that went via, like, just airplane and car and stuff. And that's where I came from. My parents took the airplane. You see, they're not so old. They're not old enough to have taken the trail, and they're not old enough to have taken the railroad, but they're old enough to have taken the plane. You are, if you're watching this, I assume you... God damn it. If you're watching this, I assume you're young enough. You can probably go via Google Earth, and that'll take about 2 seconds. So it's like you can really explore wherever you want. Where's this guy? Okay. Anyway, back to the subject at hand, to the main topic, which is why Oregon is the best state. The current governor, we've had 2 women governors in a row. Just fantastic women. You know, every guy in Oregon has fantasized about Kate Brown, and then whoever's in charge now. You know, because they're both just so attractive. They make the guys shout with a very animalistic and real kind of a desire, the kind that makes you, I mean, it's just you can hear the desperation in the voices of the yells, of the shrieks of pure desire that come from men when they see the current governor and the previous governor, Kate Brown. Kate Brown famously came out as the first LGBT governor. And how did this happen? Died. How did this happen? Well, you know, many say different things, but the leading theory is that she just wanted to make, she wanted to do something historic for the state of Oregon. And that was really triumphant of her, and we're all so glad that she did that, so that we would know that Oregon was a real ally state, you know? I guess it was, like all things related to Oregon, it was probably a move to try to one-up Washington, because guess what? Washington did not have an LGBTQ plus governor. In fact, what Washington did is they had a straight white male governor. So as far as who's winning the battle, you know, this battle to be the most forward oriented state, Oregon has beaten Washington in the exact. They beat Oregon on the weed, but Oregon one-upped them. They decriminalized mushrooms, and they had a gay governor. So it's always with Oregon. It's always about one-upping Washington. And in this case, currently, Oregon is succeeding. So this is why Oregon is ahead of Washington. It's really one of those things that just puts a smile on your face when you understand. So another thing about Oregon is when you move, people who live in Oregon, they don't pay taxes. See, instead, what happens when you live in Oregon is the government gives you a salary of a $1 million a year salary. So there's no something the news likes to report is they like to report that there's a homelessness issue in the state, but that's just that's kind of a propaganda machine that they're trying to push to get people not to move here. The actuality is that it's dating all the way back to the Oregon Trail, they found secret reserves of gold on Oregon land, and since that's taken place, just the state has been phenomenally wealthy. So they try to keep it under wraps. But you hear about the gold rush, and let me tell you, there was a real gold rush. And if you don't believe me, then it's what the government wants. They'll say it's satire. They'll say I was just joking. Hey, believe them if you want. I don't have money on the. It doesn't affect me one bit if you believe it or not. But I'm telling you, it's true. $1 million a year salaries. Where's the money coming from? It's coming from gold. From the ground. So being an Oregonian, it really hits much different. Oh, look, my team won. What a square. Again, you gotta like the video, you gotta subscribe, and you gotta share this video with 3 people. If you gotta share this video with 3 people so that they understand why Oregon is the best and so that they understand what's going on in the world. Alright, thanks for watching.